Hello, welcome to this edition of Meet the Candidates. Today I have with me Mr. Bo Gill. He's running for County Commissioner in District 5. Bo, it's good to sit down with you. We
Yes.
always sit down talking at this table, but we're doing it in a little different light today.
Yes, we are.
You as a
Good.
candidate, what we want to do is try to get everybody as much information as possible on all candidates that are willing to sit down and just tell their story. And today we're going to hear your story.
Right.
And this is for voter education so that everybody out there will know who Bo is and what he's about. All right, let's just dive in. All right, first question. Tell me a little bit about your background. Tell me about your profession and your political affiliation.
Okay. Well, my background is I was born and raised in Shelbyville, Tennessee, born in Bedford General Hospital. I've gone through the public education school here in Bedford County, stayed here, went to Murfreesboro at the MTSU for a few years, not too far away, came back here, decided I wanted to get into the profession of real estate appraisal. My grandfather and my uncle David started Craig and Witter Realty in 1973.
Mm-hmm.
Real estate was, my dad worked there in real estate, but then he also got his appraiser license when I was a younger kid, like 12 years old. So he had already had his appraisal license and he was selling real estate. Well, I kind of liked that. I liked that idea. So I became a certified residential real estate appraiser in 2006. I had to train. I started in 2003, trained for 3 years, got my license. So I've been a certified residential real estate appraiser here in Bedford County, and I practice around in other counties,
right,
but the majority here in Bedford County, Shelbyville, for the last 20 years now. This will be my 20th year with my license. I'm a Bedford County all the way. I'm a Shelbyville all the way. My political affiliation, I served recently as the chairman of the Republican Party in 2023. I'm a conservative by nature. I'm more of a preservationist conservative. I like to preserve what we have here. I love Bedford County and Shelbyville. I'm proud of what we have. I'm very, it's just really close to my heart because this is my home. Every part of Bedford County, every part. No, they hold a special place in my heart. So that saying all that, that is what I really am, is a conservative preservationist. I like outdoors. I like going, but when it comes to political alignment, you can say I'm closer to a Republican. I am a Republican. I'm a conservative Republican in today's standards. Who knows what I would have been 40 years ago? Who knows what it'll be called in 40 years from now. But right now I'm running as an independent. But yeah, I align with the Republican Party. I just choose to run an independent candidate. I'm kind of an independent person. I like to be for the people. I like to listen to people. I like to form my own opinion while listening to others, but not get too close to where I'm getting blinded by the facts.
Right.
So you can stand kind of at a distance to where you can get a clear view of things, rely on people. That's who I am. I'm small town Bo Gill. That's what I am.
All right. Question number 2. What has led you to come to this decision to run for office at this time? Why is this the perfect time for Bo Gill to run for commissioner in District 5?
Well, I didn't come with the decision. I've been approached over the years. The last election in particular, have you thought about running? No, I haven't. And then people coming up to me 4 years ago, they said the same thing. But if you do think about it, why don't you go to these meetings? Why don't you see what's been going on? So that's exactly what I've been doing the last 4 years. I've gone to every meeting, committee meeting, any type of meeting involved in the government. I've watched, I've seen how things go. I've made connections, made a lot of good relationships there, and just seen as an observer, as a citizen, things that are good and things that are lacking there. And I feel that, and also on the side of the city, I'm on the planning commission for the city of, I get my words on. I'm on the planning commission. So I've got a lot of good relationships with the city. I see lacking is a relationship there with the city and the county. And I feel like that I could be a kind of a diplomat type individual to say, hey, we're all here together. I don't know if I can make any difference on what is going on with the current lawsuit, but I know I can start from where, if the people so choose me, I can start where I can serve, and we can get where where in the future, if a lawsuit comes up, we can just have a discussion maybe first, and then the lawyers can stay away. Things like that. I feel like a strong relationship with all forms of government is important, and that's what I have. Bedford County Sheriff's Department, strong relationship with them. The Shelbyville Police Department, really strong relationship with them. I mean, they're citizen servants. That's what they are. And I go to them like as a citizen, and they they're always there. And I've learned these relationships. That's what I think at this time in Bedford County is what it just feels right. It feels a time where I can serve the people. That's what I want to do, is just serve, and not to leave it to leave it better when I get out than when I come in. Look, and my plan, I don't want to be a career at this. A couple terms, I'm out.
Yeah.
I let the next man serve. I just this is what God. I just feel it. I just something that people have encouraged me with. So that's where I'm at with the timing on this.
Okay. Question number 3: what challenges do you see facing Bedford County right now, and then in the future going forward? What do you see as our biggest challenge?
Well, our biggest challenge is because of our location, and it is a very popular location, being south of Nashville, of Murfreesboro. We catch a lot of that. We're going to have to contend, and one of our biggest challenges is going to be with growth and with infrastructure, building infrastructure. I mean, that comes with, we talk about it on a lot, police, fire, roads, sewers. I'm talking about the whole deal. When you've got people growing, the trash, landfill, things like this that could come up in the future. That's what growth brings. Okay. Growth, economically it brings things, but there's a lot of other things that that have to be dealt with. And if not, they're just left, sometimes to go on their own. So I feel that that's one of the biggest things that we need. I mean, as far as right now, that's one of the things that's on people's mind. I mean, and they want to protect what they have. When I first said, I'm a conservative, but I'm a preserve. I like to preserve the character of things. Look, there's people here in Bedford County. That's why they moved here, is because of the rural nature and not to say that I recognize what year it is, 2026. Things happen, things change, but there's a way to preserve character we have. And right now, that's the biggest topic I see going to these meetings and stuff. I mean, people get the most vocal when it comes to these development or these growth issues. I mean,
right.
But that's
okay.
One of the biggest that I would say out of I could talk about several others, but
yeah,
I'd say that's one of the biggest right now.
Okay. Question number 4: what is your favorite thing about Bedford County? What makes you want to fight for Bedford County? What's the one thing?
Well, it's the people, because it's the people that I've grown and known, and that I've met, even that have recently moved here. There's several close relationships I have around here, people that just moved here, 5, 6, so many years ago. It's the people, it's the heart of Bedford County. I don't know the other cities because I didn't grow here, but I know these people, and it's special. It is. I mean, I go to other places and I see that it really is. It has to be the people. I imagine it empty. Imagine waking up and not having those. It would be a totally different place, even if everything looked the same. Yeah. So that would be it.
Okay. Number 5: if you had a magic wand and you could wave it and change anything about Bedford County, what would that change be?
I would put us in a different location that's not so popular. It's almost like a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's one of okay. There's really nothing, I could say, there's some smells that I don't like, or some views that I don't, that I see or I don't like. But I don't know if waving a magic wand, I don't know what it would look like without that. I would say that, I wish we were hidden a little bit more, but the secret is out. I wish the secret wasn't out.
Yeah. And
it is out. I feel like, growing up, and you too, probably, it was a quaint, smaller community. And I feel that the secret's out, that this is a great place to live. And I know that that's kind of a dance around of the answer there. But I think that there's some truth to it.
Yeah. All righty. That's all 5 questions, but now I'm just going to turn it over to you. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell the voting public out there that maybe they don't know about you that you hadn't already covered, or something else that you just like to say?
Well, I'd just like to say that, I would really appreciate anyone that would vote for me. I would serve for you as I talk a lot about serving people is just like a deacon in the church, you know, just serving. That's what I want to do is serve people. Look, I'm a funny guy. I've got a crazy sense of humor. You know, people pick on me. I'm fun. I'm not too serious. People say I look with a scowl sometimes. I'm probably just squinting. I'm sorry. But I mean, you know, regardless of how it is, how you see a book by its cover, I really like to talk to people. So, you know, if anybody would like to talk to me, I really enjoy personal conversation. And I really just want to let people know that I'm not just jumping in because you know, something I want to do. It's something that I've spent time thinking about over the last few years after being encouraged to do it, to see if this is something on my heart. And this is something that I'm willing to do. I'm ready to put to sacrifice. It's almost like a sacrifice, like I didn't get to serve in the military. I didn't take that path. My life didn't. But it's another way to serve. I serve on the planning commission with that type of heart. And that's what I want to serve. And I want to serve true to the form. I mean, it's pretty simple. You know, I don't want to go in there to make enemies or to just make things not work. I want to go in there to make things just regular, just how the people are. The government should run how the people are, and it's common sense, a lot of it. But I just want to bring common sense, and yeah, if you'd like to talk or sit down with me, I'd love to talk to anybody. I always am open. So I would just appreciate your vote and your support for the 5th District of Bedford County Commission.
All righty. That's Mr. Bo Gill, running for District 5, Bedford County Commission.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for sitting down out of your time. I know you're busy, and we appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And I know everybody out there does. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon with another edition of Meet the Candidates.